Hello everyone, I hope you're well. I am at a motorway service station, so I thought I would do a Friday reads as I did this last Friday because I've been visiting my family this week because it was my birthday and it was Dom's dad's birthday. So I thought as I'm sitting here in the car, Dom's going in to have something to eat, to get some food and everything, why don't I do another Friday reads like I did last weekend. Can I just say I'm sorry about my lip here, I get cold sores and so this is just a cold sore like healing at the moment, so sorry about that there. So last week I was reading my book club pick for the month, which was Now Is the Time to Open Your Heart by Alice Walker. I'm still reading this and still loving it. I didn't get a lot of reading done this week because I was seeing different family members and stuff, but I can't wait to really like sit down with a cup of tea and really delve into that one. So I also started something else that was on my bookshelves at home that I'd completely forgot about, and it's a play. It's Waiting for Godot by Samuel Beckett, and this has just always intrigued me, this play, because I feel like when people talk about it they give really different interpretations, really conflicting like views on it, and now that I've started it I'm like, oh okay, I know why. It's very odd. I'm about halfway through and it's about these two men that are waiting for someone called Godot, and then it's the different people that they interact with. So people come in pairs and they interact with those people, but it's all nonsense, it's all gobbledygook, like the whole thing you're like what, but many people think it has a deeper meaning. Samuel Beckett never said it had a deeper meaning, he just allowed it to be what it was. I've also given like some little notes because I thought I would look up and see what other people think about it. So people say it's open to interpretation. Some people think it's about the Cold War, some people think it's about the French resistance to Germany, some people think it's to do with the English in Ireland. There's loads of different viewpoints that people have on it, but for me personally I find it thoroughly entertaining. I think it's one of those things that's Marmite though. You either find it irritating or you find it entertaining. I have to have moments that I just think are so funny, and there's one moment that I think is really poignant. I think there is poignant moments to do with life, but it's told in this kind of nonsense way, but it's completely open to your interpretation. I obviously haven't read it yet, so I can't give full thoughts on it. One thing I will say is that this play is taught in schools, and I hate when things that are about broader society or that have a deeper meaning are taught in schools, because schools are really trying to pass you for the exams. So I did Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. That's what I did for my GCSE, and that's quite a good one to do because, you know, if the exam says what are the themes of Frankenstein, you could say creation, abandonment, perfectionism, you know, all these different themes that you would know what to say, and that is what the intention is and that's what it's about. Whereas books that are confusing, like Waiting for Godot, you're only going to have your teacher's interpretation of it, so you're not going to be able to make up your own mind about what it's about. And some books like Frankenstein, it's very obvious what Frankenstein's about. It's very obvious the themes. I love it, it's my favourite book, but it's, you know what it's about. There are questions you can answer in an exam and pass that exam. Waiting for Godot, however, and anything to do with society, it's what your teacher's interpretation is of the book, or the person who's doing the exam who came up with the questions, it's their interpretation of the book. And so your teacher would probably pick one theme and say it's about the Cold War, for example, and then just say, right, find all the points in the book that represent the Cold War and back up that theory of thought. And I just think, oh, they should be able to make up their own opinion on stuff. It's like I really hate it when schools do Animal Farm and Lord of the Flies, because they're about greater societies and it's up to those children what they think of greater societies. Some children may be, oh my god, Tom just frightened me. He's just outside putting stuff in the bin, but he like slipped up. But some people might be on the right of politics, some people might be on the left of politics, so to tell them this is the right way to do politics and this is the wrong way, like let them make up their own minds and their own interpretations about things. Do you know what I mean? I just find it weird that they choose such books as these. Like, let them read them, sure, but then don't try and kind of make them pass an exam on that, because I just don't see how that would work. Anyone tell me if you did Waiting for Godot, Lord of the Flies, anything like that. Like Lord of the Flies, it's about a load of boys who are stranded on an island and they have to form a society. It's about how societies go wrong and people get power hungry and people need to be leaders, and so they overthrow each other and kind of like this war breaks out and they start fighting. But some people might think things are good that I don't think are good, so they should be able to interpret the books in their own space instead of thinking, oh no, this is how it's supposed to be. I just feel like it really takes the fun out of it, whereas something like Frankenstein, you know what the themes are, it's easy to interpret. So I'm going to carry on with Waiting for Godot, and obviously I am reading it, so it'll be very different than seeing it, and I'm going to carry on with this gorgeous book as well. Tell me if you're reading it as well, and I'm going to end this video and I'll chat down to you in the comments.